back to my very first project that I ever put out.
Are they
I'm
doing
not
two
talking
games
about
tonight?
my We Need to Talk album.
I'm Lucy, and I design wheelchairs.
It's all good. And we are live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League semifinals. My name is Dwayne. I'm a co-commissioner of this league, and tonight I'll be providing play-by-play commentary for you. Joining me is Mike the Cooch, streamer extraordinaire and power hitter extraordinaire. How you feeling tonight, Mike?
Feeling good, man. Glad to be back. Excited for some baseball here between these two fine lads.
Yes, and if you're joining us for the first time before we get into it, the XBL is a 90 ego competition that encompasses some of the game's best players, and we have played a 7+ week regular season to get to this point. Our team is tonight in the playoffs in their semifinal matchup, with the winner earning a ticket to face Astronaut's Coupon in the World Series, who is awaiting our number 2 seed. Tonight we have Weaver and Lazy. The series knotted at 1-1 last night. We saw some pretty exciting action. Mike, do you have any summation on what we saw last night?
Nope, close games. Pretty much what we figured. Second game was a lot lower scoring than I thought it would be, but I think both guys a little antsy, a lot of pressure. So not surprised. It's a tough stage, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. All eyes on these two last night, and they are on them again tonight. And we're going to be providing you games 3 and 4, so we'll see if somebody's able to take a big advantage in this series. The games last night, the game 1, Weaver came out hot, a very surprising 7-6 victory for him to jump out early to a series lead. And then in game 2, Lazy was able to lock it down. Like you said, both of those players perhaps feeling some nerves in their approach. Not able to score as many runs in that first game. They ended it 3-1 in favor of Lazy. He was able to hit a pretty deep home run. That was pretty impressive. So we are knotted at 1-1. We're going to go forward and let our players know that we're ready to have them start these games, and we will see you in just a few minutes. All right, here we go. We are bringing the action back to you at Sakura Hills, the home of Lazy. He has home field advantage in this series. Home field alternates. We're going to get started. First pitch is going to be provided by, let's see here, Daydream Lullaby. And Nongchias Nornsby is going to lead it off for the Beavers. Lullaby digs onto the rubber for her first pitch. And it's a ball outside. Weaver with an early take. That changeup clipping the zone. Count is even at 1-1. Blows one by Weaver for a count of 1-2. And we get our first strikeout of the ball game. A nice changeup there. Lazy low. Gets Nornsby to strike out. Connie Cooper is going to get her chance. Swinging at the first pitch, gets right by Cooper. That went in there.
Great pitching so far here.
Yeah, absolutely. Lazy very much attacking the zone. That went inside for ball number 2, so the count's evened up at 2-2 for Connie Cooper. And Weaver takes high, so it's full. Full count pitch is stroked into center. Wanda, though, with a great slide, gets out number 2.
That was a heck of a defensive play. Dwayne, can you turn your video on?
Hey, let's see if Mike might not be able to see me here. Give me 1 moment. Apologies there for the technical difficulties. We should be alright now. And we bring it back. We had out number 3 there, and we are moving to the bottom of the first inning. Lazy's going to get his first chance to hit.
Curious to see how he starts off here. It's going to be more patient or still a Lancy. Hopefully the day off is night off has settled him down here.
For sure, and we were provided Lazy's perspective as opposed to Weaver's tonight, so we will see how that approach may have changed for him from this angle. They're facing the lefty Lacey Blevins, 5-pitch pitcher for the Beavers. 4 quick pitches has the count split at 2-2. And that one catches the edge of the zone. Big looking K there for out number 1. Brings up
Yeah,
Loud
heck of
Larry.
a pitch there.
That one's crushed but foul. Weaver not phased though, attacking the zone. 2 quick strikes. That one misses low. High and outside for ball number 2. Loud Larry gets a good stroke on that, and it's going to slide into the gap. Cooper will be able to cut it off though, so it'll hold Larry to a single. And we've got our first base runner. And that brings up Juicy Jones.
Yeah, great approach there. Good patience, took some pitches, hit a good one, and just smashed it up the middle.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be all in the approach for these guys tonight as the second pitch is hit by the first baseman through that hole. So we've got 2 men on now for Kim Toe, the dangerous power hitter. Leader in home runs this season.
And this is the guy that hit one that last night that hasn't landed yet.
And that one is hit high and deep to left center field. That one is going to land, looks like within the stadium. Gannon Weeks gets under it for out number 2. He's going to be able to tag up though. So both those runners move on the tag. And a big loud fly out from Kim Toe. Brings up Snappy Pop.
Lazy kicking him a little bit. He just missed that one. That was almost 3-0 quickly.
Yes, it was, and then Pop, not patient, swinging at the first pitch, hits it over to Danny Rodriguez, and that'll clean up the inning for Weaver. So he gets out of it unscathed and moves to the bottom or top of the second inning. Excuse me. The cleanup hitter Barles Sharkley is going to have her opportunity now to hit against Daydream Lullaby. Swinging at the first pitch is Sharkley, and that one is hit into right field. Say goodbye to that one. Weaver with a big home run here.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I was a little surprised we didn't see more of this last night, but coming into tonight, one of my predictions is I think we're going to see a dinger or 2 or 3 by the Beavers, and that is a great start.
Yeah, the power hitting approach for the Beavers as of late, like you stated in the pregame yesterday, definitely refined, definitely dangerous, and he's got himself out to an early lead here in game number 3. Bong Chongle takes the first 2 pitches. It's a 1-1 count, swinging at the third. It's over to Kid K. She'll be able to scoop that up and bring it over to first for the out. The third baseman, Simon Bombaclat, will now bat against Lullaby. Swinging at the first pitch is Bombaclat, and that's going to get up the middle for a single.
Nice piece of hitting by Weaver here. Tried to keep the train rolling. Yeah, good momentum for the Beavs.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get any bit of momentum against this Jackals team, you're going to want to try and ride it as long as you can. Try and pile on runs early. Another 1-1 count for Weaver with Bombaclat on first base. Gustav Castro, the DH. Swings at that one. It's over to Pop, though. Lined hard. Will be caught for out number 2. Rodriguez, the second baseman, will step in on the right side. Outfield is shallow. Weaver goes. Bombaclat is in there. Good jump from Weaver.
Nice steal. 2 out Thunder here. Puts a runner in scoring position. Gives himself a chance. See if he capitalizes. Yeah,
absolutely. Rodriguez, being patient, takes the first strike. 2-1 count. Swings early on the change. Lazy back to that changeup, gets Rodriguez swinging. Catcher does a bit of a pirouette, but gets the throw over to first after the drop third strike.
Hey, there's no style points in baseball, but that was a pretty spunky little play there by Lazy.
Yeah, good job getting it done. That brings up Kit Kat for him in the bottom half of the second inning. Blevins leaves one over the plate, but Lazy way early on it. Same deal happens on that changeup.
He's been having some issues with just the off-speed stuff in general.
Yeah, and he looks at that heater, though, right on the outside corner. Weaver switching up the speeds, doing a good job keeping him off balance. Like you said, Mike, it's been tough for him to time these pitches up, as the first pitch hits a forkball on the outside corner. That one not missed, though. I believe that was Normus, the second baseman. He will get a single up the middle.
And right on cue to make me look like a moron. That was a change-up, and he smashes it right back at the box. Beautiful swing by Lazy.
Yeah, he's got to try and get something going here because he's already down 1-0 to this Beavers team. Kid K takes one on the outside corner. And Lazy caught here. Weaver's going to be able to pick him off, just not able to be patient enough to wait for the windup to start.
It's not really Lazy's game.
Yeah, stealing bunting, not really Lazy's game indeed. We did see some of that from him in the last series versus Mantis, and it did not bode well for him in those moments. That one, though, will end the inning. It was hit lightly to the right fielder for out number 3. Brings up the 9-hitter Gannon Weeks in this top of the third.
Yeah, and far be it from me to tell Lazy how to play. He doesn't need help in that regard, but I think he just needs to stick to what got him here. He's a great hitter, station to station. Do what he does. Don't try to fall into the small ball stuff. It's not your strength.
Yeah, he's got to find those gaps again, find a little bit of that home run power that he's been lacking. Full count to Weeks, and that one bites the outside corner. Big strikeout for Lazy to start the inning. The 9-hole hitter for the Beavers shaking his head, heads back to the dugout. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Nongchias Nornsby. Nornsby swings at the first pitch. Wow, Kid K, great play.
Must have had his Jordans on. What a leap.
Absolutely. I
Great
thought
play.
that one was at least going to just land foul. Cooper takes one high and outside. Cooper gets some wood on that one. Pop with a great dive. 2 good catches in a row from Lazy to end that inning.
Absolutely. A couple beautiful web gems there. Lazy flashing the leather, and now it's his turn with a little bit of momentum. Let's see if he can get back in. It's only a 1-run difference here.
Yeah, absolutely. He can just take any pitch, put it into the seats almost at will. At least he did during the regular season. Let's see if he can find some of that magic here. That one's ripped by Rolling Ham, but it's going to go right at the left fielder Weeks for out number 1. Brings up Wacky Wanda and her outside pitch trait.
He had a few of those last night, too. Just hit it too darn hard, and Weaver really hardly had to move.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a trend for him, for sure. That one taken outside. And that one late on the forkball, perhaps surprised by the movement on that a little bit. Wanda does not miss that, but Nornsby! Weaver with a web jab of his own.
Absolutely. Beautiful play here, and the guys, last night they were dropping everything that came their direction. Tonight, not so much.
Yeah, here in the bottom of the third, we've already seen a few good catches. 2 quick balls to Loud Larry. Takes another one low. Swinging at the 3-0 pitch, he misses the 101-mile-an-hour fastball. And then late on the changeup over, it looked like ball 4. Counts full, either way. And Loud Larry smashes that one. Lazy early, though. Foul ball.
Just a loud strike, just a bit earlier, that could have been trouble.
And that one catches the outside corner. Weaver with a well-placed changeup gets the looking K for out number 3. And no damage done. We're going to move to the top of the 4th inning. 3, 4, and 5 for the Beavers stepping up. Let's see now what Boosie Manga is able to possibly accomplish. Daydream Lullaby on 35 pitches and SPRP, so she is beginning to tire a little bit. Manga with a hit right up the middle. So Weaver with a leadoff base runner.
Yeah, one of those patented Weaver just kind of seeing eye singles. It wasn't hit hard. It's just hard enough and in the right spot. So a leadoff runner, definitely a huge situation here.
Yeah, Manga's got some speed to it first base. Here's Charles Barkley, the hitter with the home run earlier, that has the difference in this game, the 1-0 lead for the Beavers. Lazy wary of the speed of Manga. He did pick off before those last 2 pitches. The count was 1-1.
Yeah, and he's worried about the speed. That's the big thing about these speedster teams like Weaver, Manta, Pseudo. The leadoff runner is really a pest. A very pesky situation.
Absolutely. You don't want to let runners on early in innings because then they have a knack for moving them over and getting them in there for at least 1 run a lot of the time. Bong Changle's going to have his chance. Captain and catcher for this Beavers team. Takes one outside. 1-1 count. That one's crushed by Changle. It could be over the head of Larry. It could go. It's a home run. Hits right over the top of the wall. So the Beavers now lead 3-0.
It was a wall scraper, but man, it was a hard hit ball. So not surprised it got out. Lazy with the jump, just couldn't quite get the hops. Needed the shoes of the first baseman to get a little higher.
Absolutely. If he put that out, put those shoes on the right fielder, perhaps he could get it. But Weaver, very surprising, out to another early lead in this game number 3. Having some luck here at Sakura Hills as he gets a hit with Simon Bumbleclap to keep the train moving.
Absolutely. Nice little single there. And yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. You watched my series with Weaver. He had the power game going. Not so much last night, but so far, he's already at 2 out of the predicted 3 if you're paying attention to Cooch predictions.
Okay, 2 out of the predicted 3. Let's see what the rest of this game brings. He's going to have quite a few more chances to do it. And a 3-0 lead against the number 1 seed Lazy and his Black Jackals. Remember, this series tied 1-1. Game 3 tonight going to be pivotal going forward as 2 quick pitches to Gustav Castro give us a 1-1 count. Tiger came out of the bullpen for Lazy. That one's grounded over to Kid K. She makes a diving play, and that'll get the runner at first, but not able to get 2. Danny Rodriguez is going to step in now against Tiger, the specialist.
Those are just the little plays that can make such a difference here. A run off that, what could have been a potential double play if the ball's hit just to a foot to the right. Let's see if Weaver can take advantage here.
Yeah, Rodriguez definitely looking to find some outfield grass. Lazy goes shallow, but he's not going to need it. It's popped up behind the plate to Kim Toe. He disposes of that one. Easy play for out number 3. But not before Weaver scores 2 runs on a home run by Bong Changle, El Capitan. Juicy Jones for Lazy is going to step in to lead off this inning.
Another strong start by Weaver. Let's see if he can do a shutdown inning here. Keep the momentum, keep rolling. Lazy's got to get going.
He does. We've been waiting for him to get going for a while as viewers, so we will see what he's able to accomplish going forward in this series. There's not a lot of baseball left to play for either team as Ashnod's coupon awaits in the XBL World Series. And that is a big strikeout for Weaver. 3 quick pitches, 3 quick strikes on Juicy Jones. Brings up Kim Toe.
And that pitch right there, right down the middle, just a pitch we're used to seeing Lazy drive, still just looks maybe a little off, a little rusty maybe. Good strikeout, though.
Yeah, perhaps a bit surprised by that location. Weaver attacking the low portion of the zone. You can see him missing these balls low, but some of them catching that portion of the strike zone. It's very, very tough to gauge those. The Lazy good there, being patient, gets a walk. Brings up Snappy Pop, 0 for 1 in this game 3. Pop doesn't miss that. That's popped into the right center field gap. Cooper gets under it though. She's got enough speed. That one just hung up there, and it's a big, loud out number 2.
It is, and that was only a 65 power swing. Not with one of his best hitters stat-wise. If it was one of the big boppers, that could have been trouble, but fortunate that it was bottom of the lineup.
Definitely, that's a rough break for Lazy. That one's crushed as well, but he's early on it for a big foul ball. So 2 strikes on Kit Kat, 2 outs, and that man on first base after the walk. Blevins hits that outside corner with a slider, 79 miles per hour. Gets Lazy looking. We're going to the top of the 5th, no damage.
Yeah, and the quiet bats of Lazy continue. Kind of surprising, but hey, good pitching always beats good hitting, or usually.
Weaver doing his best tonight through 4 innings, getting that done. That one's lifted into the outfield. Snappy Pop with a great play, though, sliding on his chest to make that one for out number 1. That perhaps looked like it was going to land in no man's land.
Yeah, it really did. Great break by Weaver. Or I'm sorry, great bait by Lazy to make the catch there.
That outfield shallow, but it didn't matter as that liner gets up the middle for Nongchias Nornsby, the leadoff hitter for the Beavers. So he's going to be on with 1 out. Connie Cooper has a shot here. That gets past Toe, and Nornsby with a ton of speed, he's going to just jog in there to second base. Runners in scoring position now with 1 out for Cooper. And a 2-0 count.
Yeah, bad break there from Lazy. It always seems to be these speedsters on the base paths when things like that happen, and it's just not what you want to see from a Jackal perspective.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to contain speedsters, and it's hard when you're giving away free bases like that. Weaver with a good eye, able to work the walk there. It'll bring up his RBI man 3-hitter Busi Manga.
This is a situation. Look for Weaver to really try to break this open. This is a huge spot. Take the momentum and really put Lazy on his heels.
Yeah, perhaps right smack in the middle of this ball game we are now. Weaver's got a big chance with 2 very fast runners on the base path, speed at the plate, power and contact as well. But he hits it lightly over to second base. Normus is going to get it to second, but it's not going to be able to get to first in time. So the runners are at first and third now. Barles Charkley with contact versus lefties, offsetting some of that specialist. Takes the first strike, forkball outside. Forkball again.
And that last at bat. Just a little anxious by Weaver there, unfortunately, but he did dodge the double play, thankfully.
Yeah, the speed of Manga coming in clutch there to avoid that double play. Charkley, though, again hits it hard. It's up the middle pop with another amazing play. He's getting it done this game, saving a run.
Yeah, this could easily be 5 or 6, if not for the defense of the Jackals, to be honest with you. He is playing some amazing defense to keep himself in this ballgame.
Absolutely. This team is getting it done tonight for Lazy, trying to keep him in this. Lacey Blevins, though, pitching a gem, gets the first pitch swinging on her 50th pitch of the game in the 5th inning. 2 quick strikes to the second baseman, Cox Enormous. And that's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. 100-mile-an-hour heater gets him swinging. Brings up Kid K, the first baseman.
Great sequence there by Weaver again. Lazy's timing just a little off, just either late on this off-speed stuff or late on the fastball. Or I'm sorry, early on the off-speed stuff, late on the fastball. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I gotcha. Either way, he's not able to get any hard contact either on that one. Lifted over to Manga in foul territory, makes the easy out number 2. So 2 very quick outs for Weaver. That one hit lightly into right field. It's going to find some grass, though. Manga gets it into first. No 9-3 put out today. So it's 2-out single for Lazy. Keeps things going. Brings it to the top of the order in Wacky Wanda. This is the hitter you want to try and, maybe push this 2-out rally along with. We were just finding that location on the outside portion.
Absolutely. And you always love to see the cheeky little 9-3 attempt. What a delight.
Yeah, you never know what can happen. There was a lot of speed on that runner, but you have to at least try. Charkley scoops that one up. Looked like it could possibly get under her glove, but it does not. And out number 3, down go the Jackals, and we're going to the top of the 6th inning. We were still leading this game 3-0 off of the back of those 2 home runs. Chongle with the 2-run homer earlier is going to have another chance to bat against Tiger.
See what happens here. Good part of the lineup here. Another good chance for Weaver to do some damage, build on this lead, build the confidence, get Lazy shaking in his boots here.
1-1 count, a little bit of patience. That one's crushed by Chongle. The high curveball. It's out there to left field. Ooh, and that one hits almost an identical spot in left field that it did in right, but no home run this time for Chongle. It's a no-out double, though. Very, very fortunate for Lazy.
Very fortunate indeed, and also a little unfortunate for Weaver, of course, but still a leadoff double. You're not mad about that, so let's see if he can cash it in.
That one's hit hard, and it's going to be camped out for Loud Larry. Excuse me, and that's out number 1. So Chongle's going to hang out on second base here. Gustav Castro got that specialist debuff engaged.
Yeah, didn't think it was deep enough, maybe not enough speed to take the bag. It was a 99 throw, so it would have been close. Nobody out, you take your chances, so you can cash it in with the last 2 outs of the inning here.
Got the DH, Bruce Coe, the pinch hitter now. Checks at that one, so the count's 1-1. Little Lackey came out of the pen for the Jackals. So Tiger done for the evening after giving up that loud double. Brusco swinging at that 100-mile-an-hour heaters. Out number 2. Brings up Danny Rodriguez.
Great sequence there. Went with the low changeup, low soft stuff, and then just painted the outside corner with a heater. Weaver couldn't quite catch up. Good pitch.
2 quick strikes here now against Rodriguez. Takes that one high and out of the zone. Takes another one low and away. So fighting back in this count. Trying to get Chongle across. Chongle's moving, but Danny Rodriguez just early on that changeup for out number 3, so not going to make a difference. Chongle stuck on the bases. We're going to go to this bottom of the 6th. The Beavers still leading this 3-0. First pitch crushed, but right at Barles Sharkley. And Lazy out number 1.
One of his hardest hit balls, though, so let's see if that's the start of something here. I know it's just a loud out, but he's got to get some momentum where he can.
He's just got to be able to find some grass, and Juicy Jones gets a charge into that one as well. But Boosie Manga camps out under it for out number 2. Lazy's just hitting him right at the fielders.
Yeah, we've seen this 3 games in a row, basically. Maybe it's just the way Weaver's pitching or just some unlucky breaks here from the lazy Jackals.
He's getting onto the ball, but there's something in the timing that's not able to get it quite where those fielders just are not and get some runners on the base paths. 2 count with 2 outs. That one, good take by Lazy, makes it full. Lacey Blevins with the payoff pitch incoming. And it's inside. The batter is walked. Wild pitch matters not. Brings up Snappy Pop, who's been making the plays in the field. He's got to possibly get something done at the plate here for the Jackals.
Yeah, and Lacy's as good as anybody at those type of situations. He doesn't get overly anxious on the full count like a lot of people do.
That one was crushed to center field. That one right off the wall over the head of Cooper. Snappy Pop getting it done there with 2 outs. At least keeps it moving. The runner will not score, but they will hang out at 2nd and 3rd base. At least for
that ball was
being
crushed. He missed a dinger by about a foot there, Dwayne, and that was it's just a game of inches. It's that close to being a 1-run game. But Weaver's still in a great position to get out of this if he can make 1 pitch.
Yeah, the unfortunate turns continue for Lazy. Really not much more you can do, not much harder you could hit that ball to dead center field, and it just bounces off the wall over the head of Cooper. At least he gets the double out of it. He's looking to possibly pinch hit for the 10th Kit Kat.
I'm a big fan of Kit Kats, Dwayne, but I think I prefer Reese's.
I do as well, actually. I'm a Reese's man myself. Lazy's going to look to get it done, though, with Cat. And 2 quick strikes from Weaver. Nice pitching. 1-2 is the count. He's attacking that low and away corner.
Good job fighting that off there.
Ooh, but Lazy gets early on the changeup on the next pitch. And that's out number 3. Another big strikeout for the Beavers. The Jackals remain scoreless through 6. Top 7, the Beavers have 9-1-2 digging in. Gannon Weeks has a chance against Little Lackey.
Yeah, and that changeup has killed Lazy this entire series. We have seen some uncharacteristic, ugly swings from the Jackals on that very pitch. Good job by Weaver mixing it in.
Absolutely. His sequencing has been very, very good. It's been able to get a lot of those strikeouts against Lazy, like you're saying. That changeup, a very, very tough nemesis for him. The first pitch of this inning was swung on by Gannon Weeks for a broken bat, ground out, and then that one there, hit by the leadoff hitter Nornsby, lightly over to second base for out number 2. So we've got 2 quick outs in the top of the 7th. Connie Cooper with power versus right-handed pitching engaged. Late on that fastball. 2-1 is the count now. That one's crushed by Cooper. It's going to land in the right field seats. Wow. Weaver with another big home run in this game. 3 home runs. And the lead is stretched to 4-0, 423 feet.
Yeah, there's number 3. When we saw Lazy lining that one up, I wasn't thrilled with the location. Weaver, great job waiting for it. It was a changeup, so the timing important, and he smoked it.
Yeah, absolutely crushed. The next pitch is smashed by Boosie Manga up the middle, so the inning is going to continue. Manga's on first base with a single. The pressure mounting
against That is the 3rd home run of the... Yeah.
You were saying, Mike?
I was just saying that is the 3rd. So, I mean, here comes the extra base hits. Here comes the power we were talking about. We didn't see too much of it last game, but it's come out to with a vengeance here in game.
Yeah, Weaver, like a man possessed, just hitting the snot out of the ball as he gets that one into left field with Barles Charkley. The inning continuing. First and second now with 2 outs for Bong Chongle. 2 for 3 with a double and a home run, 2 RBIs tonight.
Yeah, not much snot left in that ball. He's been hitting a lot of it out of there.
Absolutely. Weaver's contact has been on point tonight. Lazy's got to find a remedy here. He brings in Pack-a-Punch out of his bullpen. The third reliever used by the Jackals. 2-1 count to Chongle. Lazy goes with the breaking ball, and it just misses. 3-1 count to Chongle. The runners go, and they gets through the hole, so the hit and run gonna pay off. We're gonna see the runner go to third and a runner score. So the lead stretches to 5-0 now for the Beavers. A great hit and run employed by Weaver.
Yeah, absolutely flawless. And we saw one last night that just looked very disjointed. He hit it to the wrong side of the field. That was perfection, though.
Oh, and that's one off the glove of Kim Toe. No runners are going to advance as it doesn't bounce too far away. Big break there for Lazy. He's got to find a way out of this inning. A little bit of a 2-out rally occurring for Weaver. Bombaclat just misses the screwball, so it's 2-1 the count.
Still a huge spot here.
Bumbaclat with a single up the middle. Going to keep it moving. The runner will score, and the lead now 6-0 Beavers in this top of the 7th. This is getting nasty. Lazy's got to put a lid on this.
He sure does, Dwayne. And honestly, this is what, when we predicted Weaver, the people that predicted Weaver to win this series, this is what we saw from him. This is the reason why. Not just because Lazy's looked a little rusty. Weaver has looked outstanding when he's been on lately.
Yeah, it definitely goes both ways. You have to be able to get it done at the plate yourself, no matter how your opponent's doing. That one's hit lightly by Ko, so that will end the rally and the inning. But that's not before the Beavers stretch the lead to 6-0, scoring 3 runs in that top of the 7th. 7, 8, 9, digging in for the Jackals, trying to get back into this ballgame.
Trying desperately, and honestly, I don't know if he's got the stuff tonight to get to 6. That's a big number, the way that Weaver's been pitching and playing defense.
Yeah, Lacey Blevins has been absolutely shut down. That ball was hit hard over to second base. Rodriguez cleaned it up for the out. So a quick out against the Jackals in this bottom of the 7th inning. Blevins beginning to tire. That one's hit hard by Kid K. Gannon Weeks not able to scoop it up in left field. It gets past him. So that's a double with 1 out for Lazy. That could be a big break.
Huge break. Huge break. That ball, I mean, Weaver missed it by just inches for just a loud out number 2, but that could be the start of something here for Lazy. It sure needs to be if he wants to get back in this ballgame.
100%. He needs runners on. He needs to get a few across the plate, at least in this bottom of the 7th. Try and get something going for himself as that one stroked into the gap. I don't think Cooper is going to have the legs for that, and she dives and she misses. So back-to-back doubles for Lazy, brings a run across. The deficit is cut to 5. Weaver himself going to have to try and put a lid on a rally to keep his lead where it's at. Wacky Wanda and the lineup turnover is going to occur here.
Absolutely, and the center fielder there for Weaver has made a lot of nice plays in this series. Just couldn't get to that one, hit too hard, and she made a good dive, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, laser by Lazy into the outfield. It's very tough to catch up to those with the exit velocity on him, but Weaver with a great pitch just catches that outside portion of the plate. Joff Bozos, the reliever who came in to relieve Lacey Blevins, gets a big strikeout on out number 2.
Tough break there for Lazy. That did not look like a strike to me. It must have just nicked a particle of the plate there. Great pitch by Weaver.
All night Weaver's been finding that outside portion high and low, and Lazy's been unable to really locate it. Some big strikeouts for Weaver as Weaver again finds a good pitch right there on that outside portion. Lazy doesn't miss the breaking ball. Nornsby with a dive, throws it over to first base though. Great play by Weaver to end the inning.
Yeah, it's good pitching and defense there. This is the Weaver I saw in the series. A lot of diving plays, a lot of great defense, and some outstanding pitching, like just catching particles of the plate to get called strikes.
Yeah, he's been working hard on his game to get to this point. There's no surprise he's at this level now. He's knocking on the door of taking a 2-1 series lead against one of the titans of Super Mega Baseball as a whole in Lazy. But he's got to get it done in this top of the 8th inning. He's got a chance to hit and broaden his lead. Lazy not having much more time to get it done.
No, it's go time. You got to go 1, 2, 3 here if you're Lazy, and then get back up there and chip away. 6 outs to do it.
A full count pitch is lifted by Weaver into right field. Loud Larry will camp out under it for out number 1. Gannon Weeks, looking tense, will step in, the 9-hole hitter 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch is high from Punch. Punch also tense after that little bit of a rally, a couple hits against him. Finds the zone though on back-to-back pitches. And Weaver swinging at that next pitch is out number 2. Early on that slider, 89 miles per hour, catching a portion of the plate as well. So he had to swing.
Yeah, he did. That was a great sequence by Lazy, making Weaver look a little uncomfortable finally here.
Pack-a-Punch gets the leadoff hitter Nornsby to lift it over to Pop, so no damage from the Beavers in this top of the 8th. Lazy's going to keep it at 5 runs for his 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Let's see if he can get something going. Weaver is trying to lock it down and take a commanding 2-1 series lead. Game 4 will be following tonight on this channel.
Absolutely, and if nothing else, 5 runs is by no means insurmountable, but if nothing else, Lazy just needs to figure something out about Weaver, because this is 3 games in a row, really. He's not looked like himself, and Weaver's pitching has got the best of him.
Yeah, he just struck out there for out number 1 on another one of those change-ups you mentioned earlier, Mike, but he doesn't miss it on the next batter. Kim Toe gets a single up the middle. But singles are rough from your league-leading home run hitter. You might want to get something more, some extra bases out of him. Lazy's just been playing a lot of that station-to-station baseball. He needs to try and get some runners in scoring position and get something going. His snappy pop after 3 quick pitches is up in the count, 2-1. Bozos at 18 pitches. Losing a little bit of velo. Pop, though, hits it lightly over to Busi Manga in right. Manga's going to get underneath of it. He'll make that catch for out number 2.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, Dwayne. This isn't the Lazy we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing single home run, single double home run, like just these big rallies, these extra base hits. It's very sporadic and spread thin here in these first 3 games. We just haven't seen that just boom, 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 just hit, homer, like that kind of multiple hit inning.
Yeah, the rally killer Beaver has been on display for sure. Ham Choi is going to get a chance off the bench. She smashes it to left field, but Gannon Weeks right there, seemingly the ball a magnet for these Beavers fielders, gets a loud out number 3. We're moving to the top of the 9th inning. Weaver another chance to pad this lead.
Yeah, nothing you can do there if you're Lazy, but just kind of roll your eyes and smile. It's as hard as you can hit it. The reticle placement was perfect. But we need to check Weaver's gloves for some like Acme magnets. Like we're looking like Looney Tunes stuff out here.
Yeah, it's going right to him seemingly every time. Lazy's having a tough time finding any of that outfield grass, finding those gaps that he's so used to finding during the season. That one hit lightly by Connie Cooper over to second base. It's going to be out number 1. Now the 3-hitter Busi Manga. 2 for 4 with 2 singles today. Gets a chance in this top of the 9th versus Pack-a-Punch. Ham Choi's at third base. Defensive misplacement, but Lazy going to ignore it. 2 quick strikes on Manga, and then ball number 1. Weaver being patient. Swings at that changeup. Perhaps it was going to catch a portion of the plate. Ham Choi, the defensive replacement, able to range over and make the catch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a strike. Just the timing placement a little bit off there, but I'm pretty sure that was a strike. So good job hitting it. He just missed it a bit.
So with 2 outs now, Lazy's going to change pitchers to Cool Shmuel against Barles Charkley. Charkley at the first pitch, swinging over to Ham Choi again. That minimal fielding not going to make a difference. She gets it over to Kid K for out number 3. So the Jackals have 3 more outs to work with here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Beavers knocking on the door.
Good thing Shmuel doesn't work by the hour. That was a pretty quick appearance.
Yes, it was 1 pitch, and he's done for the night, perhaps, if the Jackals cannot at least tie this game.
You know, there's a handful of people out there. Most people, 99% of the league, you say you're down 5 here against Weaver's pitching, you're probably dead. Lazy, though, you just never know.
Absolutely, he has the possibility, the potential to turn it on at any portion of the ball game. You just got to be able to give him a few pitches to hit. Weaver's been excelling, though, in the series of avoiding doing that. Counts 2-2 on Normus. And another fastball, 98 miles an hour from Bozos over the outside portion, just gets Lazy looking. Big strikeout for Weaver in this 9th inning.
Yeah, great pitch there, and you're absolutely right, Dwayne. Just the quality of some of these strikes by Weaver. Some of it's lazy missing it. A lot of them are just absolutely perfect pitches, though. As out number 2 just goes to the shortstop.
Yeah, on first pitch swinging is lazy again. Not a lot of patience exhibited there. He's got his back against the wall. Rollingham, the 9-hole hitter, the final chance. Fouls one away. Bozos with the pitch. Ham hits it. It's a dive by Stub Donkey, the defensive replacement. It's off the glove of Joff Bozos. Uh-oh.
Wow. Uh-oh is right. Maybe the break... I mean, it's still a pretty fat chance here, but maybe the break Lazy and the Jackals needed here.
Weaver's going to go to the pen, take it out of the hands of Bozos after making that defensive error. John Gabbana's going to come in and pitch to Wacky Wanda. First pitch is fouled away. Next pitch is a ball outside. So the man's on first. Lazy smacks that one foul. So now 2 strikes. John Gabbana being selective. He's going to wind up the pitch. It's hit hard by Wanda. But Gannon Weeks in left field. The ball goes right to him. And that's a huge out number 3 as the Beavers seal the Game 3 victory and take a lead in this series against the number 1 seed Lazy 2-1.
And just, I mean, what a fitting way to end the game. Just another ball absolutely smoked right at a Beaver fielder. And Lazy's just got to be shrugging like, what do I have to do here?
Yeah, he's not missing too many balls. He's just not able to find those gaps. And he's been having a few of those looking strikeouts as well to what I've been noticing. He's been not seeing that outside portion of the plate well, and he's been seeing a few that are just catching that outside portion of the zone, seeing them as balls.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, call Weaver Bob Ross today because he is painting. It's been some beautiful pitching.
For sure, and we're going to waste no time. I think they're going to take maybe a couple seconds, and we're going to get right into game number 4. It's going to be at Weaver's home field, Emerald Diamond. So Weaver commanding this series now at 2-1. The Jackals with that Game 2 victory yesterday, 3-1. Let's see if a little bit of that Game 2 fatigue settles in again for Weaver. We saw him a little bit less patient in that next game last night.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest with you, Dwayne, for my money, I think Weaver holds Lazy to 3. I think he's kicking himself for not scoring a little bit more and taking that Game 2 last night. But anyway, you can't live in the past. He's taking the lead here 2-1. Let's not have the fall or the letdown here. Don't get too excited. Just do what you did in that game, and you'll be fine.
For sure. You just got to stay consistent and just keep pitching the way you're pitching if you're Weaver. And I think good things are going to come to you. But Lazy's got to find a way back into this. We saw him in the second game tie it up last night. He's got a chance to tie this series up here. So going into tomorrow night, it would be big to put this back at 2-2, basically make it even, make it anyone's ball game still. But if the Beavers can come away with a Game 4 victory tonight, they'd be commanding this at 3-1 and in the driver's seat for tomorrow's games.
No, absolutely. And like I said, we predicted a Weaver's win, so I'm not surprised. But again, Lazy's not just anybody, so it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun. But Weaver's got to find a way to get it done here. And Lazy, hey, let's get it back to 2-2 if you're a Jackal fan. Start a new, just best-of-3 series.
Yep, that's what you need to do if you're the Jackals. And you're going to have that chance at Emerald Diamond. In just a second here, we've signaled to the players to begin this next game. Just waiting on them to start her up. Very exciting there from Weaver. 3 home runs last game. So not short of fireworks either. This series has been just as exciting as the other, just less runs scored overall, you would say. The other one, like you said last night, a bit of a home run derby.
Yeah, I honestly think just the quality of pitching in this series is just a little bit higher. It seemed like Ashnod and Lightsnack just were challenging each other and saying, hey, who's going to hit the most? It was there were fireworks, but this is just a different level of pitching as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, there's a little bit more cadence going on from Weaver, a little bit more of a plan of action that he's been showing, and it's been paying off against Lazy. Lazy not sure what to do against this Beavers offense, though, at least in games number 1 and 3. We're going to get it started, though, and we're heading now to Emerald Diamond. It's going to be the number 4 starters for both teams, as Lazy looks to find a way back into this series, and Weaver looks to get in the driver's seat. Teams exchange pleasantries.
Great sportsmanship. That's what we crave. You love to see it.
And here comes Wacky Wanda. She's going to get ready to start off this game number 4 against Hombre de los Rojos, an homage to Redsman, a community favorite.
Shout out to Redsman. We love you.
Wacky Wanda takes 2 quick balls. That one hit foul. Smashed. That one's crushed, though, to right center field. That one's not coming back. And Lazy, with a statement here in Game 4, leads it off with a home run.
Yeah, I think Lazy's like, all right, I'm sick of you guys catching everything, so I'll just blast one about 10 rows deep, and let's call it a day.
Yeah, don't give them a chance to catch it. Just put it out there where they're not. Huge leadoff home run from Lazy in this Game 4. And that one's crushed by the 2-hole hitter. It's unfortunately foul.
Yeah, and already this is looking like a different Lazy. Weaver needs to settle down. Just keep hitting him with what worked in Game 1. Don't fret. It's just 1 run.
Ooh, Hombre de los Rojos gets that pitch over the outside portion. Great changeup there for out number 1. A little bit of a switch up for Weaver. More junk than velocity on this pitcher. That could play into it. We'll see if that helps Lazy any. That one's hit hard by Tama Balanza right at Danny Rodriguez, the second baseman.
Man, it sure seems to be helping him. I mean, he's had 3 hard hit balls in the first 3 batters here. One of them left the yard. There's another one.
Yeah, that one hit hard, but scooped up by Nornsby, and it's going to be out number 3. So we have the leadoff home run from Lazy, but then 3 quick outs. The Beavers are going to get their chance now in this bottom portion of the first inning against Fast Bo, the flame-throwing SPRP lefty for these Jackals. Big
yeah, and again, I don't think this style of pitcher is really going to bother Weaver much as long as he sticks with a good approach. Not much junk, so not going to be much movement on the breaking stuff.
For sure, you just got to be able to time it up and know where you want to hit the ball. That one hit lightly, though, over the shortstop for out number 1 by Nornsby. Brings up Connie Cooper, the switch hitter.
the
1-1 is the count. That one 1-2. Nice pitch by Lazy. Weaver takes that changeup outside. Cooper swings at that one high, and that's out number 2. So big strikeout for Lazy and Fast Bo right there.
Yeah, a little more like it for Lazy here. He needs a shutdown inning. He needs a little momentum on his side. He needs to get back up there. He had some great swings that first inning.
Yes, he did indeed. Weaver looking a little bit less put together at the plate, at least to start this game. Fast Bo with some good sequencing to get a strikeout there on the last batter. Count is 3-1 though on Banga, excuse me. And that's ball number 4. It gets past the catcher. It's not going to matter. So Weaver exhibiting patience.
No harm there.
Bong Chongle's going to step in. He had a home run and a double last game. That one hit hard to pop over at shortstop, but thrown over to first for out number 3. Beavers disposed of in this bottom of the first. Lazy's lead remains intact. Jackals with another chance to hit.
Yeah, disposed of like a dirty diaper there. Weaver with a little taste of his own medicine with a hard hit Adam ball there.
Yes, indeed. It definitely what goes around comes around, especially in this league. Hombre de los Rojos gets behind Kit Kat 2-1. Misses low.
And I know he loves Redsman. But just the approach Lazy's been able to have already is kind of concerning if you're a Weaver here, I think. He only gave up 1 in the first inning, but it was a lot of good swings, a lot of hard contact, so I don't know how deep Rojos is going to go in this game.
Yeah, myself either. He's exhibiting some very good patience of the eye, and Lazy crushes that one. I don't think that one's going to come back either. Has a ton of air under it. Oh, and Busi Manga robs the home run. Wow, what a play by Weaver.
Excellent play by Weaver. I thought that was gone, but just a little too much air, a little too much backspin. It just got knocked out of the sky, and a great timing on the jump by Weaver.
Yeah, I can't believe that one came back. Busi Manga with an athletic jump. Great job, Weaver, making that play. The next pitch, though, hit for a single by Kid K. So 2 runners are on for Coxie Enormous. Like we were saying, Hombre de los Rojos, perhaps those fastballs and those breakables looking a little tasty for Lazy. He's going to get over to second and third on this wild pitch now. Runners in scoring position. And that one stroked up the middle. Could be a 2-run single. Lazy's going to hold the runner at third base and opt to have the runners at second and third again. Scores 1 though. The lead is 2-0.
Yeah, the good news is Weaver did rob that home run. The bad news is Lazy is still teeing off on Mr. Rojos, and that ball is crushed.
That one teed off upon right as you spoke it. That one will not come back. Lands in the second row in left field, and a big 3-run home run for the Jackals puts them ahead in Game 4, 5-0 in this second inning.
Yeah, and Lazy is like, wait a second, guys. You guys remember who I am, right? I only lost 2 games in the regular season.
Yeah, the #1 seed, showing what he was able to do during this regular season. Like you said, he's just such a danger at the plate. Able to work counts, hit strikes hard. Perhaps the velocity reduction on Hombre de los Rojos, as that one is crushed into the gap, is going to be causing some problems for Weaver, as we see now the 6th run scoring in this inning. A big double from Lazy there. There's that gap power. There's that home run power. Things are getting dangerous here for the Beavers.
Very dangerous indeed, Dwayne. This pitcher, I don't know how much game he's got left here. This is getting out of hand quickly. He's missing his locations, and these pitches are just too slow, not enough change in speed or direction.
And Hombre de los Rojos rattled as the runner heads for third, and it's going to be a strike him out, throw him out double play. So Weaver, with a little bit of luck, gets out of that inning, but he's got to find a way back into this. He can't let Lazy keep scoring. Bottom of the second here. Barles Charkley gets her first AB.
Yeah, a little bit of luck there indeed, but 5 runs, that's a big, that's a crooked number indeed.
Charkley hits it lightly, a little bit of a looping fly ball over to the third baseman. Easy out #1 for Lazy. It's going to bring up Bruce Coe, the first baseman. Weaver's favorite lefty platoon player.
Weaver looking a little shell-shocked here, Dwayne. He's probably thinking, wait, where the heck has this guy been the first 3 games? Where are these bats coming from?
Absolutely, that was some extreme hitting prowess showed by Lazy in that last inning. I think he's able to catch up a little bit on those slower fastballs from Hombre. As that one hit, though, by Bombaclad, it's not going to be catchable for Pop. With Bombaclad's speed, he's thinking possibly 3, at least 2 here. Weaver's going to stretch it. The throw, he's safe by a hair. Wow.
Man, I was surprised that he didn't turn him around because I thought he was going to be out by a lot. He looked like the ball beat him there, but he must have just had a great slide and got a foot in there.
Yeah, that looked to be an out at third, but Bombaclat called safe. The runner's on third base now for Danny Rodriguez. Count is 3-0. Looks at one over the outside portion. 3-1 count, and Rodriguez misses that one. So with 2 outs, a runner on third base, Rodriguez swings at it. He needs a hit. That one's foul.
Huge spot for Weaver here. Would love to cash one in. Get some confidence.
Yes, he would indeed. That one hit also foul. Loud Lowry makes a good diving effort, but is unable to pull it in. Ooh, and caught looking is Weaver. Great pitch from Fast Bo over the outside portion. That'll put him away for out #3, so no damage done. We move to the top of the third.
Yeah, and again, Weaver with a taste of his own medicine. Lazy, just a paint job there. Nothing you can do with that. Another mislocation by...
Yeah, Hombre leaves one over the inner portion of the plate. Breaking ball. It was crushed by Kim Toe, but caught in right field by Busi Manga for out #1. That one's smashed into the gap. Lazy is just teeing off tonight. That one's going to see some seat. See you later. Home run for Lazy. This ball game is 7-0, and we might be talking the M word here soon, Mike.
Like mashed potato? Oh, mercy, I think you're talking about. And for the Spanish speakers out there, adios pelota. That ball was crushed. My goodness, Lazy teeing off here.
That was insane. He really got a hold of that one. 2 pitches in a row. The first one right to a fielder. The second one just crushed. It looked like perhaps it was a little high, perhaps a ball, but he got all of it. And Hombre...
Yeah, it was high, but it's a breaking ball, so you have time to sit and wait on it and just drive the ball. He's missing a lot of breaking balls up in the zone today.
Yeah, and that accuracy diminished now, too, because Hombre is tense. 2-1 count to Kid K. Lazy swings at that one. It's up the middle, but Danny Rodriguez will scoop it up for out #3. So, Lazy with another run there, pushes it to 7-0 on 7 hits. Weaver's got to get back into this. to try and avoid, giving up 3 more runs for Mercy.
Yeah, and if I'm Weaver here, I mean, what do we got to lose? This pitch, unfortunately, we love Reds, man, but the pitcher is just not working out. It's a bad matchup. I think you go to the bullpen, try to start nibbling back, chipping away.
I agree. I think maybe it is time. We'll see what happens, though, in the next portion of the 4th inning. Following this, Weaver with a base runner, though, gets that single up the middle. Or, excuse me, I forget where that single went, but he got a single, and now he's got what looked like an infield hit. But a great play by Lazy for out number 1. The runner will get to second base. He's got Connie Cooper now against Fastbow.
Yeah, Dwayne, that was a great play and a great decision, more importantly. We saw yesterday a few times he tried to get greedy, go for a double play, and everybody was safe. That time he fielded it, threw to first, made sure of the 1 out.
Weaver with an insane jump just walks into third base there. So he's got the runner on third with less than 2 outs. Good job getting him over. He's going to try and definitely get him in now. Looks at one on the outside portion. Count is full. Cooper hits it up the middle. It's going to get through. So a nice little base hit by Cooper with a full count. And an RBI puts the Beavers back in this game. It's 7-1.
Good piece of hitting. Another one of those seeing eye Beaver singles up the middle, but it gets the job done. Gets him on the board at the very least.
And some of that Beaver speed on the base paths now. BC Manga with a walk on the night. It's going to step in against Bo. Three quick pitches. The count is 2-1. That changeup over the plate, but Weaver takes it. And the count full again for Manga. And Weaver's caught stealing here. He's going to try and get back to first base. He dives and he's back in there.
Lucky break by the Beavers there.
Yeah, for sure. That one dove for by Normus, the second baseman. Will get Manga at first. The runner will move to second base. Good feat of athleticism by the second baseman to make that play, though. Brings up Bong Chongle. He's ready to hit. He's ready to try and put the Beavers back into this a little bit closer.
And although that was just a harmless fielder's choice, I did love the approach from Weaver there. You're not going to get 6 or 7 on one swing, so just do your thing, take your approach, just one batter at a time.
That one is hit over on the right side. Kid K ranges over to her right, makes that play, flips it over to Fastbow. That's out number 3. So the Weavers Beavers score 1 time. The score is 7-1. The deficit is 6. Lazy's going to be looking to stretch it. And Weaver will leave in Hombre de los Rojos, at least for the time being. Lazy swinging at the first pitch. It's over to Bombaclat. It's out number 1.
Honestly, Dwayne, that might have been the weakest contact we've seen all day. This game from Lazy. That it was still hit pretty hard.
Yeah, he's absolutely crushing the ball. The next pitch hit hard by Lazy, but it's over to the second baseman, Rodriguez, over to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs. Lazy not wasting time against Hombre. He's liking what he's seeing. That one's hit hard as well. 3-pitch inning for the Beavers. Lazy not missing, but right at the fielders.
Yikes. I blinked, and the ball was in the center fielder's glove there. What a shot. But, again, right at a Beaver.
So Weaver with another chance to hit here quickly after his bottom of the third, 3 pitches. Now we're in the bottom of the 4th. Barles Charkley, the first baseman, has her chance against Fastbow. She's starting to tire out as she's an SPRP. A little bit of diminished stamina. That one's hit high into left field, but Rollingham will camp out underneath of it. Out number 1.
Great pitch there by Lazy. Got him to chase just a hair off the outside corner maybe, and just a weak pop-up.
Brusco swinging at the first pitch, though, is over that fastball. Lazy's trying to find that location. Brusco smashes that one. It's going to go into that big emerald gap. It's at least 2 for him there. Wanda cuts it off the wall, so that'll hold him for 2. Big 1-out double for these Beavers, venturing for a way to get back into this.
They are, Dwayne, and if I'm Lazy here, I'm not thinking about the M word. I'm thinking about the B word as in bullpen as well. We're starting to lose stats. You're up big. Go to that bullpen you trust, and let's try to get out of here with the W.
Indeed, keep it where it is. You don't want to let Weaver get too close to being into a rally. That one, great catch by Snappy Pop. Lazy makes the wrong base disease throw over to first, but it will not matter, I don't think. That runner was back in at second base.
I think it could have been pretty close, to be honest with you. Yeah, just a fat finger there, maybe.
We've got Rodriguez up. Takes one inside. Runner's on second. 2 quick strikes, ball high. Rodriguez hits it lightly over to the right side. Normus will venture over to his left and make that play over to Kid K for the out. So out number 3, Beavers do not score. We're heading to the top of the 5th. 7-1 Lazy.
7-1 Lazy, and some valuable outs there for the starter. She is getting tired, but she did get through yet another inning there, so that'll just save the bullpen, keep them a little bit fresher for later in the game here.
Hombre de los Rojos is keeping it pushing here for the Beavers as that one's lifted into center field. On the 1-1 count, Connie Cooper scoops it up for out number 1, excuse me. Tim Tamabalanza, the DH, for these Jackals will have his chance. That one's hit hard, but right over in Busimanga territory, he ventures over to make that catch. 2 quick outs again for these Jackals. Outside.
Again, De Los Rojos all the way back to neutral, actually, after getting shelled the first few innings. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's been getting a little bit of soft contact, a little bit of hard contact. Either way, he's been getting outs quickly, so his mojo bouncing back. Lazy, though, exhibiting patience, works a walk with Kim Toe. Brings up Kit Kat, who's already got a home run and a walk tonight herself.
Yeah, I don't think Weaver wanted anything to do with Mr. Toe after the series he's had.
And that's going to bounce off the glove of Chongle. We'll give license to Toe to get to second base. Runners in scoring position now for Cat. Ooh, a breaking ball high, perhaps surprising Lazy. Counts 2 and 2.
It sure looked like an awkward swing.
Yeah, it was an awkward one for sure. It was late. Takes a breaking ball high. Full count, payoff pitch. That one's hit by Cat. It's over to Nornsby, though, and he will make that play over to Co at first base for out number 3. So we're heading to the bottom of the 5th. We've been scoreless for the last couple innings now. It's 7-1 in favor of Lazy and his Jackals. Trying to find a way to even up this series.
And props to Weaver, sticking with the guns, sticking with Rojos when we were all shouting bullpen, bullpen, bullpen. He hasn't given up anything for the last 2 innings. Now it's his turn to hit and try to get back in this.
Yeah, after that rough start, he's settled down. He definitely wants to preserve his relievers in case he does need them later. That one's hit lightly over to Normus. Flips it quickly to first for the out. And that'll be lineup turnover for these Beavers. Nongchias will have his chance. The leadoff hitter smashes it on the shallow outfield. They're not going to catch that one. It's into center. It's off the wall. Nornsby with a ton of speed. He's going to dig for third. Wanda with a strong throw, and Nornsby safe at third base.
Close play, but Weaver said, shallow outfield, my tookus. What are you doing, Lazy? Do you not know who I am? I've been hitting the ball hard. Yeah,
he really crushed that. Even if the outfield was, normal or deep, I don't know if they catch that either. Weaver just smashed that one. So he's got the runner on third with 1 out. Cooper hits it right up the chute, and that'll be an RBI single. Now some speed on the base paths still for these Beavers, and a run closer. The deficit now 5.
Yeah, and it was looking rough, but props to Weaver for keeping his head in the game and trying to grind back into it here. This is not over.
Busimanga an RBI man. Let's see if Weaver tries to get Cooper into scoring position, and she's picked off. Kid K will charge her, and she gets it done, so no rundown really needed there. Lazy reading the mind of Weaver, gets that runner out, and that's lifted by Manga, lightly to pop over at shortstop, and the inning is quickly over.
Yeah, better job by Lazy there. Made him go a little bit deeper before committing to the throw and giving him a chance to get back safely, and that was really a rally killer, unfortunately, if you're a Beavers.
Yeah, throwing away base runners always takes the wind out of the sails a little bit. If you've played in the XBL or Pennant Race or Super Mega Baseball at all, you know that feeling. It's rough. That one is hit lightly to third base. Yeah, oof indeed. Off the glove of Simon Bumbaclat. He timed the jump well, but wasn't able to make the catch, so that's a leadoff single. For snappy pop. That one's crushed by Kid K, but it's right at Nornsby. Lazy back in time. 1 out now.
And I know we've been talking a lot about Weaver trying to get back into this ballgame. From the other side of it, if you're Lazy, you got to put your foot on the throat and just kind of do that.
Wow, that one is crushed. Cox Enormous with a huge home run. Lands in the second row back, almost out of the stadium. 378 feet here in Emerald Diamond. And he stretches this lead back to 7 runs for the Jackals. It's 9-2.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter there. And honestly, long overdue. I mean, he's hitting the ball hard. Rojo's been living dangerously all night, and Lazy finally burned him there again.
That one's hit hard. It's off the glove of the diving Rodriguez. So Lazy's going to keep it going here with 1 out. Loud Larry reaches at first base.
Now pitching number 28.
First pitch swinging is Wacky Wanda. Fouls it away. John Gabbana comes out of the bullpen for the Beavers.
Nope, inside.
And I'm curious to see if this style of pitcher is going to hold Lazy a little bit better than the softer throwing junk baller Rojos.
It seemed to play that way in the first 3 games of this series. Hombre de los Rojos really allowing it to break open here. Double play possibility there, but it was hit a little bit lightly. Wacky Wanda with a lot of speed gets to first, but 2 outs now for the Jackals. Weaver looking to get out of this inning. Gabbana gets him on the high. It looked like a screwball. Nice pitch.
Yeah, Lazy not comfortable with that pitch at all. That was an interesting hack.
And right over the outside portion, 101 miles per hour, gets him looking. Great pitch by Weaver. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th. Not before Lazy gets back on the board with 2 runs, makes it 9-2. 7-run deficit for the Beavers once again. It's hit lightly by Chongle on the second pitch over to Kid K. Quick out for the Beavers.
Yeah, we're starting to get into the money innings here for the Beavers. Did a good job chipping away, getting back into it. That 2-run shot really kind of cramping the style, though, of the Beavers. Really needs to start hitting here.
Yes, indeed. That might have taken a little bit of the punch out of them. Let's see going forward how they're able to handle that as Charkley looks at one outside for out number 2. Bruce Coe with that double earlier, swings at that one, misses. Lazy's setting up for a changeup. Almost bites that corner. Goes for it again. Counts even at 2-2. That one's hit hard by Bruce. He's going to get through the hole at second base, and he will get to first base safely with a single.
And another lovely, saucy little 9-3 attempt there. Pretty close, actually.
Yeah, not as much speed on that runner as most in this Beavers lineup. So Lazy with a valiant effort from Loud Larry, almost trying to get that done. We're going to see Tiger, the specialist, who pitched last game. He's going to step in here, try and get this done for the Beavers. That's lifted by Loud Larry. And the fork ball, out number 3. So we're going to go to the top of the 7th. And the Jackals still leading us 9-2.
Not a productive inning there for the Beavers.
No, it was not indeed. That one's hit lightly, but it's got a lot of air under it. Let's see if it hits the wall. Almost out did it get, but it's going to hit the wall for a leadoff double for Lazy on the first pitch.
Yeah, that one's just 99% field dimensions there. I think a lot of fields, that's just a routine fly ball to left, but that short porch there causing issues.
Yeah, that left field in Emerald Diamond is definitely tricky. The cleanup hitter's looking to clean it up. He's got that leadoff runner on second base. Crushed, but foul. Full count to Kim Toe. Ooh, Lazy just missing that one. 101 mile an hour heater low, gets past him for a strikeout.
Dangerous pitch. I was just about to say, Lazy seems to be getting his timing back, even on these more high velo guys. But that was just a little late on the fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, indeed. He hits that one right up the middle. Nornsby, though, hanging out, holding the runner on, will be able to make the dive and get the out number 2. Perhaps if he's not holding that runner, I'm not sure if he makes that play. He will get the third.
I don't think he has a chance. I think that was all because of the positioning.
Yeah, Lazy hit that ball very hard, very quickly up the middle, but Weaver was right there to make the play. He's got to get a hit with Snappy Pop to try and broaden this lead. It's hit high in the air to center field, but not too well. Cooper will be able to camp out under it for out number 3, so no damage done. We move to the bottom of the 7th. Weavers Beavers with a chance here to try and, venture back into this ball game.
Number 43.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough hill to climb, but it's not all doom and gloom. The pitcher, Mr. Rojos, will not make another appearance in this series if it does go far. But, hey, we're not done yet. We were still with plenty of chances.
That one over the outside portion. 2 quick pitches. 1-1 count to Danny Rodriguez, the 8-hole hitter against I Tiger.
Ball high.
Ball's high.
Ball 4, take your base.
Weaver with some patience works a walk with Danny Rodriguez. So leadoff hitters on for these Beavers. Let's see now what
Hey, good start.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, sorry to interrupt there. No, I was just saying good start.
Yeah, leadoff walk is always dangerous. Doesn't tend to bode well. Weaver gets underneath that forkball, though. Wacky Wanda will be able to easily make that catch. Nongchias Nornsby with that triple when that outfield was shallow earlier. Will step back in. Lazy's going to go with them shallow again. Let's see if Weaver finds a way to punish him with that runner on first base. Forkball gets past the catcher, but not too far.
And I like the strategy from Lazy, honestly. Make him do it again. He doesn't have much power. Chances of it are not high.
Yeah, indeed. He's been seeing Weaver hit the ball lightly, and the shallow outfield pays off there. Wacky Wanda hanging out in bloop territory makes that big out number 2. The runner remains at first base.
And I think if that's neutral outfield, I think that's a base hit, to be honest with you. I don't think they would have had a chance. So great call by Lazy, recognizing the personnel.
For sure. That one's over the head of Kid K, though. She was playing a little bit in, holding that runner, it looks like. It will be a double, it looks like, for Weaver. He's going to have to hang at third base, excuse me. Second and third do the Beavers have with 2 outs. Busi Manga, the RBI man, engaged. He's going to be hunting for a strike.
And if you're Lazy, do you give him one? This is probably one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup. Do have first base open. If you want to put him there with this lead, though, maybe you just challenge.
Yeah, and he goes to the bullpen with the high velo reliever Pack-a-Punch, and he's going to challenge Weaver. 2 quick strikes, both heaters. And then the screwball over the outside corner. Manga breaks his bat in frustration. Big strikeout for Lazy there to get out of a jam.
Yeah, and that's just the old good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Made quick work of Mr. Manga there, unfortunately, if you're a Beavers fan.
So we will see now Kid K digging for the Jackals in this top of the 8th. That's off the glove of Cove. Rodriguez is able to pick up his teammate and make that play, though. Great job by Weaver.
And that's why the Little League coaches always tell you to back the play up. Stuff just like that, folks.
Normus with that big home run to stretch the lead to 9-2 will get a hit here on the second pitch through the right field, or through the right side of the infield. Loud Larry, the 9-hole hitter, is locked in with a home run himself. Will get a chance to bat against John Gabbana, who's starting to tire out. That one's crushed by Loud Larry, but it's got a lot of air under it. Cooper will make that catch, out number 2. Made for the Beavers. So the runner remains at first base. Wacky Wanda, the leadoff hitter, will get her chance. 2 for 4 tonight. And Weaver's going to go to the bullpen and make that hitter switch sides. Joff Bozos gets a chance. Wow, and crushed is it Wanda on the first pitch from Bozos. It's going to be warning track power, though. Cooper makes out number 3 out there after venturing pretty far back. And we've got the bottom of the 8th, a chance for Weaver to stay in this. It's still 9-2.
Absolutely. And if I'm Lazy, I think we're only doing 2 games tonight, but if I'm Lazy, man, am I wishing we're doing more, because I think the timing is really looking like it's coming back a little bit here as this game goes on, even against the high velo pitchers he was struggling with earlier.
Yeah, indeed. You know, you want to keep it rolling when you're feeling hot. I believe these 2 have scheduled for tomorrow night. So that's our programming schedule for you. Probably tomorrow night we'll be back with games 5 and 6. I don't know if 7 if necessary. That one's hit lightly by Barnes Charkley for out number, I believe, is that 1 or 2? Out number 2. So we were 2 quick outs in this bottom of the 8th.
He's running out of chances rather quickly here, Dwayne. This is already bottom of 9. Big deficit.
Ooh, that one's off the chest of Kid K. She'll be able to stay with it and make the out, though. That one was hit hard. Unfortunate for Weaver not to get anything out of it. We go to the top of the 9th. Lazy's leading. He's got a chance to pad it.
He does, and way to take one for the team there by Ms. K at first base and stick with it and get the out.
That one is
baby.
crushed. See you later. Lazy's going to pad that lead with another home run halfway into the seats in right field. Great job by him to get it done here in this top of the 9th. Rolling ham with that homer.
Man, yeah, and if I'm Weaver, I'm maybe a little concerned, but hey, this only counts for one game regardless of the score. But man, Lazy's starting to look like the hitter we're all a little more used to seeing as this game presses on.
And that one crushed again by Lazy. It's going to be catchable for Cooper, though, for out number 1. Yeah, Lazy looking really good in this ball game. Scoring 10 runs in double digits like we're used to seeing in this one. He's had trouble with the earlier portion of this Beavers rotation, so going forward... Ooh!
You love to see it.
Oh, and he's still out at first. Bon Chombo picking up his teammate, makes the play. Someone stretcher that man off the field. Bozos, he might try and get this last out. And next pitch is lifted to center. It should do it, so Bozos will pick himself up and make that out. He will be helped to the dugout by his teammates.
That might be the most impressive pitch of the night, Dwayne. I don't think he knows where he's at, but to get a weak fly ball there, what a job. Heroic.
Yeah, suffering from extreme pain. We've all been there. We've got Bombaclat with a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning to stay alive for the Beavers. Try and push this to 3-1, but he's got a lot of ground to make up to do it. That one's hit lightly by Bombaclat over to Pop. It's out number 1. So the series looking like it's about to be evened up by Lazy. He's got to get 2 outs here to make sure that happens.
He does, and if I'm not mistaken, has the away team won every game of the series so far?
Yes, indeed. So far, the away team has won every game of this series. So with it alternating, a lot of eyes are going to be on Game 5 and Weaver to see if he can keep that mojo going. Swinging there is Weaver with Rodriguez, and that's out number 2. Big strikeout for Lazy. Last chance for the Beavers is Gannon Weeks. That one's hit off the glove of the pitcher. Pop will throw it over to first, and Weeks with enough speed to get there. Lets the lineup turn over for Nornsby, who's 1 for 4 with a triple.
We're not dead yet, Beavers.
That one's over the head of Kid K. No, we're not. The first pitch swinging is Nornsby, and he's going to get that single. The runner's heading to third, and he gets in there. Risky play by Weaver, but he gets that extra base.
He does, and man, baseball history, baseball logic tells you don't make the third out at third. But Weaver's saying not so fast. He's had the triple and that play, so it worked.
A little bit of an artsy stance there for Cooper. I don't know if you saw that. That was interesting. But we got first and third, a ton of speed for Weaver. He's got 1 out to work with, and Cool Schmuel will come in. He pitched a third of an inning in the last game. He's trying to get that third of an inning in here to finish it off.
He sure is, Dwayne, and I am a big fan of artsy stances.
That one's hit lightly by Cooper, and that will be the third out. Second base over to first, and the Jackals will win this one. Big win for Lazy going forward as he evens up this series by a score of 10-2.
Huge win by Lazy there, making a statement coming out. The games have been pretty close so far. Weaver did win the first game by 5, I believe, but this was an 8-inning game. It was really never in jeopardy. Came out and made no doubt about it. He was the better player in that game 4.
Yes, indeed he was. He did a great job tonight of getting it done. And we're going to move over to post-game. Here we go. We've got Mike here. So yeah, good job getting it done there by Lazy to even up the series, what we just saw in Game 4. Game 3 tonight, though, Weaver came out swinging. Another great showing from him.
Yeah, it really was. This series has been kind of like just anything you can do, I can do better. You know, the first night, both games were close. Tonight, both games actually kind of lopsided. And just when you think one player has a chance to kind of take command, the other guy comes back and kind of shocks us and says, hey, not so fast.
Yeah, good points there. They've been keeping up with each other throughout this series through 4 games. That's definitely a testament to why it's evened up right now. Like you said a few minutes ago, the away team has won every game of this series. So very interesting notion there. All eyes on Game 5 to see if Weaver can keep that mojo going. Big games tonight from these two teams. Like I said earlier, Ashnod awaits into that World Series, and we will have Games 5 and 6 for you coming tomorrow of this series. I believe the players want to get it done tomorrow night, and then we will figure out what we're going to do if there's a Game 7 necessary then. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight to call this one.
Yeah, it sure was. Great games again by these two guys, and Ashnod hardly a fun prize to wait for
Indeed.
in the World Series. Yeah, that's a scary thought, but great games by these guys.
Yep, great games indeed, and great job again, Mike, in the booth. Thank you again for joining me. It was a lot of fun to call these games with you. Both these players have shown, what they've shown all season, what got them here, and they're going to try and continue to do that for us tomorrow. With all that said, though, this marathon week of XBL playoff baseball will be continuing again tomorrow. We'll be here on this channel with more semifinal action. I believe the AAA will be resuming as well, if you're a fan of the XBL AAA. Tomorrow, Corruptions vs. Pizza Volcano, I think, are set to resume their series, and Jam Paladin will have his opponent, and we'll be getting things going. The Megafauna and AAA will have their series opponent soon. So our World Series are going to be set to go, and within the next few days, it's very, very exciting stuff.
Very exciting indeed, and why would you not be a fan of the AAA? Those guys are outstanding players as well, so make sure we tune in for both those series. It's exciting. I'm excited. Bob Uecker rules.
Bob Uecker does rule. Mike, you rule too. We've had a lot of fun calling these games for you, and with all that, we are going to leave you tonight. We'll see you tomorrow on the flip side. Thank you all for joining us for another XBL production. You all stay safe and have a great evening.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. It was fun.